Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And you can feel the energy here in Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks, and they came away with a win. An incredible season series, complete domination. They've won all the matchups so far.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Bucks, Kyrie Irving is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Dominique Wilkins. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's Ibaka in at the 4 slot.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
Here's Drexler. The feed now to Hardaway. The pass to Griffin. 20 feet out. And there's Penny Hardaway on the assist by Griffin. Hardaway has got his second basket of the night.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Here's Olajuwon, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We played just over a minute here in the first. Hardaway. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against New York. Irving kicks to Olajuwon. Pass to Wade. The dish to Irving. Inside, Olajuwon. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Hardaway, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's his first personal foul.
Toronto shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Wade with it. Irving attacking. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Hardaway dishes to Griffin. Rebound, Milwaukee.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Ibaka, the pass to Irving. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And when you look at Serge Ibaka, it's amazing how methodically he's worked on his shooting. I mean, it seems like every year his range extends another couple of feet. He now has one of the best mid-range jumpers in the game, and that has obviously opened up the offense for everyone else.
Now here's Drexler. Dominique Wilkins unable to get his shot to go. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. A very nice season for him last year. 8th in three-point field goal percentage, 9th in scoring, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, I tell you what, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets a good look.
It's stolen by Ibaka. It's tipped. Here's Hardaway. He has 5. And then Griffin with the dunk.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
And Clark, what about the finish, bringing it down with some thunder?
Yeah, lightning, too.
But, guys, the pass, for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Rejected by Pierce. To the middle. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Getting back to Ibaka, he entered the league primarily as a dunker. Cut to last season, he's shooting over 3 threes a game, Clark.
And that was an objective that he wanted to pursue going into last season for his development and his team's progress. But that also helped drop his overall field goal percentage below 50.
And the Bucks making a change here. Carter's checked in. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
Arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Yao checked in for Olajuwon. Rodman comes in for Serge Ibaka. Paul George, he's checked in for Wilkins. And it's Maravich in for Carter. Here is Maravich after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. The tray. And Maravich gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And here's Maravich. Irving kicks to Yao. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
It's Maravich on the wing, defended by Gasol. And Dennis Rodman with the slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. So it'll be Marc Gasol shooting. That's on Yao Ming.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Woo. Info and entertainment.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career, and I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
And the Raptors with some changes. Griffin comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Thompson in for Tracy McGrady. Milwaukee also making some changes. Kemp comes in for George. And it's Payton in for Kyrie Irving. For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark. But it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until... Muscle flex time on that jam.
He wanted these people to hear that one.
I tell you what, the force was with him on that one.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Rodman against Griffin. Kemp kicks to Payton. Bucks passing it around. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Griffin heading to the hoop. Feeds it to Paul. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Toronto trailing. He feeds it to Griffin. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
The Bucks shooting an impressive 60% early. Here's Payton. The rebound by Gasol. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And stolen by Yao. Payton outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
So he gets them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
And here are the Raptors now, trailing by 2. They get it back.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
From downtown, rebound by the Raptors. Outside Anthony. Paul outside. Thompson inside the line. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's all tied in Toronto. Yeah. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Hey. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Boys.
And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Wilkins is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Olajuwon. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Payton in at the point guard. Good.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
McGrady with the ball. Now Payton defending and stolen by Payton. Here's Wade. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Raptors with the lead. Here's Pierce. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got 5 assists in the game. Payton outside. Screen by Ibaka. Wilkins against McGrady. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Dumars dishes to Pierce. Tracy McGrady on the wing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pierce. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. In 4th, the Raptors.
Boy, they do an excellent job offensively. Most of the season last year, they were really in sync. A nice flow and rhythm to their offensive game. But anytime you score the points they did, it's about unselfishness and trusting each other.
And it's Wade penetrating. Takes it from 10. Knocks it loose. Oh, and here comes Pierce all alone. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Kicks it to Wilkins. Pass to Olajuwon. Shoots the 3. Payton's shot is off. Raptors leading by 5. With the teardrop. Rebound, Payton.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
That doesn't go either for Payton.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Hardaway for 3, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. The defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Olajuwon, the pass to Wilkins. And the Bucks miss again. The Raptors have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Outside Pierce. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And Dumars gets it to go.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up. Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Some changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol's checked in for Robinson. Griffin comes in for Pierce. Clyde Drexler has subbed in for Tracy McGrady. And then for Milwaukee, George is checked in for Wilkins. Carter comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Payton. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan. And that's really what great players do.
Fast break, Toronto. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. And that's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Dumars kicks to Griffin. No good. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Nobody near Irving. And another three for Milwaukee.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Here is Olajuwon. He's got 6. Ibaka outside. Tries it from 19. And again, it's Milwaukee converting. And the Raptors call time here.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Robinson's checked in for Gasol. Pierce comes in for Drexler. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for Hardaway. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Rodman's checked in. Irving with it. Robinson picks him up. Picked by Olajuwon. Irving dishes to George. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. And again, it's Kyrie Irving with the triple. And now just a 1-point Toronto lead.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Rodman passes to Carter. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Here's Dumars. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Now it's a 5-point Toronto lead.
You know, talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues in interviews. He's engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
All checked in for Chauncey Billups. Milwaukee also making some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Olajuwon. Wilkins comes in for George. And it's Maravich in for Carter. Bucks trail by 7.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
Paul goes in, and Griffin scores. The assist by Paul. And 12 points for Blake Griffin.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
The kick out to Wilkins. Left side Irving. Griffin with the steal. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. No good. And Milwaukee the other way now. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. And Wilkins with the stuff.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Irving. He's got 18.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
The shot's good on the assist by Maravich. And now just a 5-point Raptor lead.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Irving from long range. And that's not going to go. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and also 3 steals. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
The bulk of their offense, Ernie, Kenny, is coming in the paint. See, it's just as good. It's hard-nosed basketball when you play in the post. Trust me, I know. You wouldn't know nothing about that, Kenny, little man.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Milwaukee?
One problem is that they didn't show enough aggressiveness on the boards. When you start losing a game, that's when you're supposed to tighten up and toughen up. Your pride has to be challenged, and you need to rise to the occasion. They've got to be more aggressive as a team, and that will cut into the lead.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
The second half just about to get going here.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving.
He has 20 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Robinson is out there with Griffin. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Pierce. And it's Drexler in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Hardaway kicks to Griffin. And the rejection by Ibaka. Here's Wilkins. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And the basket good. 6 points for Dwayne Wade.
That was the third straight high-percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Wade missing again.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Pierce wide open. He fires. The shot is off. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Irving attacking. Ibaka sets the pick for Irving. Shot off the pick, but they'll get another chance. Pierce dishes to Hardaway. Pass to Griffin. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And that one's good by Drexler.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Here's Irving. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And he sinks the second. Raptors leading by 7. Hardaway passes to Robinson. Olajuwon with the block. And here we go, the Bucks running again. Payton with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Irving. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 23 points for Kyrie Irving. The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Drexler outside. He dishes it to Pierce. Picked by Griffin. Pierce kicks to Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Hakeem Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. That's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Toronto calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Love check in for Ibaka. Paul George comes in for Dominique Wilkins. And it's Maravich in for Irving. Out to Maravich. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And he gets it to go. Olajuwon's got 8 points.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
No one covers.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
It's George on the wing. Payton outside. He kicks it to Maravich. Near the three-point line, it's Love. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Outside, George. Love outside. The 3. And Billups pulls it down.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Paul George with the steal. Out in his own on the break. And Payton throws it down hard.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
But he recovers it. Outside Anthony. Thompson inside the line. Again, the miss by Thompson.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
Thompson dishes to Duncan. It's Thompson off the drive. Good D by Olajuwon.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. A new group in now for the Raptors. Robinson's checked in for Gasol. McGrady comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Dumars, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Paul in for Chauncey Billups. Carter kicks to Irving. Duncan with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Bucks trail by 5. It's deflected. It's stolen by McGrady.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Dishes it to Paul. Duncan, the pass to Robinson. Stolen by Wilkins. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Here's McGrady. Outside for Robinson. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got 6 assists here tonight. Bucks trail by 8. Irving attacking, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Outside Dumars. Duncan inside. Ibaka on him. And finished off by Robinson.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
Here's Carter. And he can't jam it through. Raptors leading by 8. Here's McGrady. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Yao with the block. The feed to McGrady. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. That will count. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Toronto ahead as they wrap up the 3rd quarter with a massive 16-6 run. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Wade. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. They've got Yao. Dominique Wilkins out there with Ibaka. Then there's Payton. And it's Wade in at the 2-guard spot. Raptors leading by 9. Outside Hardaway. They get a hand on it. Now the Bucks moving it up. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Fast break Toronto. Goes up. Oh!
Jeez, how did he do that? I mean, do you know how he did that? That was straight out of a circus act.
Yeah, well, he did seem to be walking the high wire. You're right, Greg. You are right.
Tell you what, guys, that dunk alone worth the price of admission.
Chauncey Billups checked in for the Raptors. Olajuwon's checked in for Milwaukee. Hardaway no good on the free throw line. The open shot by Pierce. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Raptors lead by 13.
You can't let them recover their missed free throws. Lucky break for the offense.
The pass to Wilkins. Here's Ibaka, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pass to Pierce. To the paint. Here's Griffin. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Griffin's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that 2-hand.
That's good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Drexler outside. Misses the 3. Bucks trail by 13. Deflects the pass. And now it's Griffin running. Here he goes. Sailing in. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
The Raptors making a switch here. Robinson's checked in.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Raptors leading by 14. Here's Hardaway, and the layup is good.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Irving, and Griffin sends it back. Pierce dishes to Robinson. Griffin goes in. It's stolen by Olajuwon. To the middle. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Griffin kicks to Robinson. Hardaway against Payton. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Back to Robinson. Kicks it out to Drexler. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Raptors lead by 16.
Boy, this team has really been on the offensive glass here in the second half, doing an outstanding job. And that's one of the reasons they're on top. He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Here's Pierce. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Here's Irving. And he can't bank that one in. Drexler drives in. Milwaukee with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 27 points.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Toronto calls timeout. And the Raptors with some changes. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Pierce. McGrady comes in for Clyde Drexler. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for Hardaway. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Yao checked in for Olajuwon. Love comes in for Serge Ibaka. Paul George, he's checked in for Wilkins. And it's Maravich in for Gary Payton. Good on the shot.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
Outside Irving. From past the arc. That's in there. Love with the assist. 30 points for Kyrie Irving.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Toronto, Chauncey Billups.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
Billups has been all kinds of trouble for him. He has 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Irving for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
For 3, Maravich. No luck. Solid defense right there from Billups. McGrady kicks to Billups. And he gets the bucket. Billups has got 10 points here in the second half.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Maravich kicks to Irving. Puts up a 3. That's good. Irving's got 33 points.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
To the inside. And it's McGrady that time on the assist by Billups. Billups has got his 4th assist in this one.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
McGrady against Irving. Shot from 12. Toronto grabs the miss.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Anthony, the pass to Griffin. The rebound by Paul George. And those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on the show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
Milwaukee has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark, an all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC, no contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Hardaway. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Down low, here's Billups. Here's McGrady, and it's sent back by Irving. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. And that's now 35 points for Kyrie Irving. And here's Toronto. They lead by 17. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. From downtown, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Down low, Robinson with the block. They retain possession. No good from Irving. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Mark, this team seems to have a rhythm going and building on some great momentum. What's been the key to the success this group is having?
We're working. You know, we sacrificing for each other. I think we're doing a better job on that. And you know, we don't get much practice, but we're getting good work in.
Well, congratulations, Mark. Keep it going. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll
What's up, guys? This is Alan Crabb, and you're watching 2K TV.
Hey guys, I'm Rachel, and welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV. On today's show, you vote on the top plays of the month. We give you details for 2K Pro-Am Road to the Finals, hang with CJ McCollum, and fill you in on all the action of the My Park Championship. The first preseason round of 2K Pro-Am Road to the Finals is kicking off this weekend. And your team could take home the $250,000 cash prize. Here's all you need to know about the competition. First off, let's talk about the prizes you're competing for. There's not only $250,000 cash on the line, but the winners will also receive a trip to the 2016 NBA Finals. You guys don't want to miss out on this. Only the absolute best 2K Pro-Am teams will enter the final tournament. And to find those teams, we're running 16 qualifying rounds. It all starts February 15th. Each round gives your team a chance to qualify, but to do that, you need to win at least 4 games during the round. After each win, your 2K Pro-Am team will be given a score based on your team's stats. You can play as many games as you want, but it's only your best 4 games that will count towards your team's standings. Now, before the competition starts, we're giving you guys a chance to get your team Road to the Finals ready. Preseason starts tomorrow, Saturday, January 30th from noon to midnight Eastern Standard Time. And if you need some pointers to give your team that winning edge, check out our previous episodes for Scott O'Gallagher's winning tips. I mean, come on guys, there is $250,000 at stake here. Welcome to 2K's Ultimate Esports event. Good luck. I met up with my fellow Ohio native CJ McCollum to chat all things music, college, and of course, 2K. What's up, guys? Today I'm here with CJ McCollum, and I heard you play a little 2K.
Yeah, I play a little bit.
I want to know, is your rating in 2K any motivation for you on the court?
I got a lot of other motivation on the court, but it's always good to play with yourself and have a better rating. I know a lot of guys like to play with their respective teams. I got little cousins and friends that play with the Blazers, and they're like, man, you got to work on your handle or your jump shot releases and where it needs to be. So it's good to finally have a better rating.
You also have some mental badges, and one of them is laid back. So I want to know, how do you get yourself into game mode?
I listen to different music, so we're in LA right now, so the Tupac, listen to a little bit of Biggie, some Kendrick, just listen to different stuff, and then once the game starts, I might put some R&B on to kind of relax my mind a little bit, put some Weekend on, something like that.
So speaking of music, I know that you are now hosting a radio show.
Oh yeah. Yes, I am. I partnered with iHeartRadio, and I have 2 shows. I have a Rip City Radio 620 AM show that I do every morning. For the fans of Portland and anybody else that wants to tune in.
Every morning?
Every Friday.
Okay.
Every Friday morning. I want to clarify that.
Wow.
I ain't got that much time. And then Friday nights from 10 to 12 p.m. I take over Portland's #1 station for hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
Jamming 107.5.
So let's talk about college a little bit, because you had a different path than a lot of NBA players, but one that I definitely respect and is really cool. So what made you want to stay for 4 years?
I think a lot of things. I think first off, I promised my parents, I promised my mom more specifically that I would get my degree. And I actually started off in the business school. My first semester at Lehigh, I was enrolled in the business school. And after about 3 weeks, I went to my associate head coach. I was like, I don't like this. I'd rather write, and I'm good at writing. And I had to call my mom. She was like, you're not switching from the business school unless you write me something and I approve it. So I was like, okay. So I had to write her something, and if she didn't approve it, she was gonna make me a mistake, because she felt like I was taking the easy way out. And she was like, what are you gonna do with this journalism degree? How do you plan on utilizing this in the future? She's like, you're just trying to be like all the other athletes. I was like, no, Mom, I got a plan. So I told her my plan, we went through it together, and then she approved it, and here I am.
Nice.
What up, 2K fans? Shakedown 2012 here. So you want to be in the top plays? All you have to do is submit a video of your play on social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. But now, let's grab the top plays from the last 4 episodes and have you choose who gets the 10,000 VC in the first top play of the month for 2016. First up, we have Cuptown 26. giving the business to the big man. Next, it's J.M. Robinson 2, showing how teamwork makes the dream work. Then we have Egghead 24, with the best bounce to self 360 alley-oop tilt-a-whirl slam ever. Jim Zara getting the whole team involved after the snatch, then the no-look lob for the win. So vote now for who gets the big VC prize. And we'll be back with some more of your top plays for you guys later.
Look at all your hard work during the My Park Championship. Dazar has all the action.
What's happening, family? It's your man, Dazar, the 2K Whisperer, back in the building for your My Park Championship recap. Before we get it percolating, I'd like to let it be known that house rules are in Old Town. And once again, you choose the rules, baby. And one, where shooting fouls result in free throws. Hustle with quick 12-second shot clocks. Banditos, where each steal earns you 1 extra point. And double alley for 4-point alley oops. Now for last weekend's 17th round of the My Park Championship. I see y'all actually listened to Big Czar. Rivet City tried coasting through the weekend to clinch the championship in a brand new ball. But the Ballers and the Flyers simply were not having. Playing spoiler, once again, the Flyers grabbed second place. And the 1 point Rivet needed to clinch the championship. All while Sunset Beach took over the weekend, surviving one more round. So what happens now? We're headed into the final round of the My Park Championship, and Sunset Beach needs a repeat result to tie Rivet in the overall standing. Will Old Town cooperate and spoil the Rough Riders' rise to dominance? Or will Sunset Beach and the first Legend 5 of My Park, Dope Swag, make the ultimate comeback to force an extra round? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say my Rough Riders will ride over all the park this weekend and clinch the championship. But no matter your affiliation, let's get some insight into Dope Swag's rise through the ranks to become NBA 2K's first Tiger Tamer. Hey, Rachel, why don't you and Dope Swag tell 2K Nation what it do? Until next time, it's your man, Nazar, reminding you, real ballers do it in the park.
What's up, guys? Today I'm here with our first Legend 5 player in My Park, Dope Swag. How many hours did you log to get this Legend 5 status?
A lot of hours. Actually, to be honest, I don't even think it's even healthy, but I don't know. I was just determined. I just wanted to. A lot of people kept doubting me, saying that I wouldn't be the first Legend 5, and you know, I started streaming on Twitch, and a lot of people started tuning in, and a lot of people kept telling me, man, you know, you might be the first Legend 5. So eventually, I was like, whoa, you know, and I started taking it serious, and I started really grinding, and I had a lot of time on my hands, so you know, I kind of pretty much took advantage of the moment. Something that I wanted to do, so you know, I really enjoy playing 2K, so I just really grinded for it, and eventually I got it.
Oh my God, yo, we out, cuz. Yo, we out, cuz.
So now you have a pet tiger.
Yep. My pet tiger, Tony, that's his name.
Tony, is that from the cereal?
Yeah.
So what's next for you? Are you gonna continue to grind it out in My Park, or are you thinking about Pro-Am, My GM, My Team?
That's a good question. Right now, currently, I'm working on getting me and my squad for Pro-Am. We're trying to be in that, you know, in that tournament.
Tell me about your teammates.
We play as a team. We have our own, you know, our own style of play. A lot of people like to go ISO. We don't. We actually have our own set plays in the park. And I feel like if we get into Pro-Am, you know, we have our own set plays in Pro-Am, you know, we can go really far in that.
So congratulations, and thank you again for coming on 2K TV.
Nah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Next week on 2K TV, we hang with Andre Drummond and make our NBA All-Star predictions. I'll see you guys soon.